Shut up and sit down.
My name is Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you. And of course, I'm doing my terrible Optimus Prime voice because the teaser trailer to Transformers Rise of the Beasts just landed. And I gotta say, I'm a huge Transformers fan, as we even did a video about it on this channel about how much I love Transformers. But I just wasn't at the right age for the Beast Wars cartoons or comics or even the toys. And it kind of passed me by until the new Netflix War for Cybertron series came out and kind of resurrected the Beast storyline. And when I saw them on War for Cybertron, it actually made me think, wow, they must have been A, some really cool toys, and B, it's kind of a cool storyline as well. So I can't wait to see what the live action version looks like. Well, anyway, we're going to dive into the teaser trailer right now. You want to see what we think about it, then stick around until the end. But for now,
Let's go.
roll out. Oh. Oh, man. Jeez.
Stand down. I'm not the one to fear, Prime. There is a darkness coming.
Oh, man. Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal. Oh. Oh, and Jazz finally looking like Jazz.
Pull over! I'm not driving!
Oh, amazing. Yes. Wow.
Of all the threats, from both your past
Oh my
future.
goodness.
You've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
Wow. Nice. Oh.
And if you don't know, now you know.
This can't be real. This can't be real. Oh, it's real.
Oh my god. Okay, so my mind is broken. I'm going to need a minute. What did you think? As not the most hardcore of Transformers fans yourself, what did you think of the teaser for Rise of the Beasts?
Yeah, so I'm not a Transformers fan, but I am an ally. I'm very supportive.
An ally. I think you tolerate us Transformers fans.
I do enjoy it. I like how much you like it, and I enjoy the movies. They're very silly and entertaining, so that's fun. This looks like a really solid Transformers movie. I wasn't that impressed with the last one that we watched. I can't remember which one that was.
Bumblebee was the last one.
No,
I loved
the other big.
I guess Age of Extinction was before that, the
maybe
Michael
that
Bay one.
Yeah, I wasn't keen on that. But this one looks good. I like all the animals in it. They are done really well. I couldn't properly keep track of what they turned into.
Yeah, well, yeah, and actually we'll get to that, but in terms of the movies, I actually thought it was really interesting that this seems to be a direct sequel to Bumblebee, and that Optimus Prime has the G1 look. Bumblebee looks like a 70s Camaro, not like the new Camaro that he was in the Michael Bay films. And just, yeah, the vehicles looked, they kind of had that 70s feel to them, which I thought was really, really cool. And I thought they really interestingly blended. When you look at Bumblebee as a robot, he clearly looks like the Michael Bay Bumblebee, kind of. As a car, he looks like the standalone Bumblebee movie Bumblebee. Then you had the Porsche 911, which looked a lot like Jazz. And I'm hoping that's Jazz, because we did see Jazz later in the very first Transformers movie, which I guess happens later in real time. but he didn't look anything like Jazz from the comics or the cartoons. And then Optimus Prime had that same blend. In robot form, he looks like Michael Bay's Optimus Prime. In vehicle form, he looked much more like the G1 Transformer Optimus Prime. So you're kind of getting this blend of the old and the new. And like, I feel like, just as with Star Wars, you know, some people remember the Star Wars original movies as their Star Wars. Other people grew up with the prequels, and there are going to be new kids who grew up with the sequel movies, and that's their Star Wars. So, like, there are going to be kids who grew up with the Michael Bay Transformers movies and love them, just as there are kids who grew up with, you know, the Primals versus the Predacons and love them as well in Beast Wars, and really big kids like me who grew up with G1. So I love it that you're seeing this kind of merging of different generations that are hopefully going to be the best of breed, if you'll pardon the pun, and please everyone. So to come back to your point on who the animals are and what they turn into, I don't intimately know all of them, but you certainly had Cheetor, who is a cheetah. You obviously had Optimus Primal, who turns into a gorilla, and oh man, I loved it that we saw him kind of transforming at the end with his sword. Man, he looked amazing. Then you've also got Dinobot as well, which I always found a bit weird, because to me the Dinobots were a group, but in Beast Wars you had Dinobot, who was a single Dinobot, and you had Megatron, which I also found weird in that you had Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal, which was confusing enough, and then you had Megatron and Megatron, who were two different Transformers. One, I think, had taken the name of the other. But yeah. Anyway, it gets very confusing. There's a lot of time travel at least in the comics and the cartoons. But it's a really deep, involved story. And as much as the characters might look a little bit silly as gorillas and things, I actually found there was a lot of depth to them. So I'm super excited about this, and seeing it recreated in live action. Holy moly! I just cannot wait. Well, thanks for cluing us in that the teaser for Rise of the Beasts was launching today. We hope you enjoyed our reaction. If you did, you won't have to wait very long, because we will be back very, very soon. For me, just impatiently waiting for the full trailer for this thing, or maybe even the movie. Can I get it now? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? But anyway, we will be back very, very soon, friends, on the next Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.
Shut up and sit down.